I don't got no shirt, but look, I promise I do. So hi guys, I am Vanity LaGale, aka Vanity the Visionary, aka your lover, homie, and best friend, and welcome. Okay, so if you're new here, again, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I'm gonna do a talk through today. I wanna talk about just little small things that I've done in life that kind of just help me propel forward. And I had this idea because my favorite book, my favorite habits book or self-help book or whatever, happens to be Atomic Habits by James Clear. So there it is. Okay, so yeah, I'll link it, I guess, too, if you need me to. But yeah, Atomic Habits by James Clear. So I just kind of want to go over some little changes that I've been making. Again, if you're new, you might be used to my story times, which is done a little differently. This, I'm working this out, trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think this is just for my talks. So go ahead, grab you some snacks, something to drink, whatever. If you want to put me on while you're cleaning around the house, while you're at work, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do my best to be very descriptive and do a good talk through so we can kind of, maybe it's a little podcasty style so you don't have to look at me while I'm recording the video. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna talk about. Small changes that make radical change, or whatever that title is. That's kind of what we're going to be discussing, okay? All right. Okay, so first things first, I would say meditating. Now, I have meditated in the past. However, it's always been a little hard for me to stick through it. If you're familiar with meditation, there's different types of meditations. You have like body scans where you sit and you're just kind of going down, scanning your body, being aware of what's going on with your body. You have like soundscape meditation where you'll just listen to a sound and kind of meditate off of that. You have it where it's just complete silence and then you just do it for however long. Me personally, I use the Calm app. That app has been a freaking lifesaver for me because, again, I've tried to meditate like on my own. I've looked on YouTube for meditations. I don't remember what it's called, but if I can figure it out, by Sadhguru. I've tried to follow some of his meditations and make it a little more comfortable. There we go. I love sitting on my feet. So meditating. What I do is I use the Calm app and I do a 3-minute body scan every single morning. I touch my phone because I need to open it, but I'm not doing on social media. I'm not texting nobody back. I'm not doing none of that. And then even if I do, I hurry up and catch myself like, no. So just seeing the change that's made for me in my relationships with people and the relationship with myself is literally like, I feel so off kilter and out of place if I don't meditate. And like I said, I only do 3 minutes a morning unless I need something specific. So again, the Calm app, they need to sponsor me. I love that app. So unless I'm like going through something like in life, right, where I need to do a specific trial, and I really should, I'm gonna put an insert in here actually. Let me see, let me go to my app so I can kind of show y'all what I do. I'm gonna screen record it here and I'm gonna insert it so that y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Because when I say the Calm app has been a gem for me, it's been an absolute gem for me. And one day I was just like, why not? Because I think what happens is we get so caught up in like, oh, are we supposed to meditate for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20? And I was like, you know what? Let me start off slow. And my idea was to really, really start off slow. Like I had that pressure. Maybe I'm supposed to do it for 10 minutes, maybe 15. Maybe I'm supposed to meditate like this. Listen, you have to do what works for you. Seriously, you have to do what works for you. So I do the 3 minutes every morning. If I'm having a specific issue that I feel like I'm dealing with, like when I was going through my breakup and I did 7 days of self-love or whatever, that really helped me. Like it helped me like a lot. So I would recommend at least doing a free trial, getting the most out of it. I pay for premium because it's been monumental for me. It's been transformational and I like to keep those things. So yeah. Next here, I journal in third person. Now, y'all will find this out about me soon enough, but I am big into writing. I'm big into poetry, all those things, way with words, writing them down. That's who I am. It's a part of my gifts. So when I used to journal, I think I used to journal kind of fearful. And if y'all have experienced that, let me know down below, comment. I kind of almost used to journal like somebody was reading my journal. Like I was afraid, or there used to be so much going on in my head that when I used to say, I feel like this, I feel, it used to be so hard for me to get it down on paper, where I feel like when I'm journaling in third person, I'm honoring myself more. You know, I'm honoring myself more in the sense that I'm saying you are this, you are beautiful, you feel like this. So then I don't feel bad for feeling like, okay, so for example, instead of writing, I am so irritated, I can't believe this happened, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that. I say, first, I say, you're fine, you're okay, you're doing good. You are feeling some irritation. That is absolutely fine. Honor yourself in that. Okay, why do you feel this way? Like, I talk to myself as if I'm my own friend. I talk to myself as if I'm my own therapist. I talk to myself like I'm somebody I really, really care about and I want to be well, to get better, to work through things, instead of saying I. Because I feel like for me, that connotation behind that is more complanatory. There's nothing wrong with venting. I feel like you should be able to do that. So sometimes I do mix it up. 9 times out of 10, most recently in the last couple of months, I implemented that you thing. And it has been freaking like, what? One, it makes journaling fun. And then I'm able to really break things down with myself. I'm able to take accountability. I'm able to be self-aware because I'm saying you. And instead of it feeling like I'm attacking myself, it feels like I'm treating myself with kindness and love, and I'm honoring myself, and I'm talking to myself as a real friend. So yeah, journaling in third person, amazing. Okay, freaking amazing. Okay. So, eating with chopsticks, and I know that sounds really weird, but I want to be very specific because what that means is I have learned to romanticize the little things in life. Again, I am a person that writes a lot. I'm a person that comes up with ideas. I'm a person that can damn near turn any situation or thing into a story. Now for me, it used to feel like a curse, which sometimes it can be because things are become so big, but I'm gonna say it's definitely more of a pro than a con. It's just how I view the world. It's how I see things. It's a way for me to see almost any beauty in anything, just able to create a story. It's like I still have that childlike, and I love that for myself because I used to beat myself up a lot. I still have that childlike element to me where my imagination allows me to do that. Now, I do have to stop myself sometimes and reel it in, but that's when that journaling comes in, when I feel like I can't really turn it off. That's delicious. But for the most part, what that means is romanticizing small things of my life. Eating with chopsticks instead of forks because I love eating with chopsticks and it makes eating more enjoyable. What else? I love to read books. So honestly, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm very impulsive. Like when I get into a new thing, I get kind of impulsive and I go on like a binge shopping thing. So when I went binge shopping, I fucking love books. So about like 12 books at a time. I was on TikTok. Freaking TikTok. Had me looking on, what is it called? TikTok-tuber. What is that called? What is it? TikTok-tube. The people that do a lot of reviews and stuff like that on TikTok, like how you got booktubers, you got like TikTok-tubers, right? I don't know. Either way, if you go look it up, right? Dang, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen if I can figure out exactly what the hashtag is, but they do what's called annotating, where they highlight, they underline different colors, they make notes, and it's so freaking pretty. So me, I get on Amazon. I buy 12, but I have a lot of books already, but I got the sticky notes, I got goddamn the tabs, I got the colored, beautiful gel colored pens. And I mean, I guess I can link that too. I got the beautiful pens, I got all these supplies to annotate. But what I will say is I can get through a book without annotating, because I used to be a person where I didn't want to bend up the binds, I didn't want to mess it up or whatever, but it gives it so much character. Like romanticizing, that helps me want to read. I make it colorful. I make reading like a secret thing with me, like, oh my gosh, I'm a girl that reads, it feels good, blah blah blah. Like it makes it more fun. Like the small things, like just over romanticizing the small things. That's been a really good small radical change for me. So in whatever way that you have things that you enjoy, or I'm trying to think of just a daily, what's a daily thing? That's like people buying candles, or just like, say you're taking a shower, right? And you use a specific body scrub or something for your butt.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh, okay, I got a good example. Love coffee. So when I make my coffee, I do my Starbucks and I do my creamer and stuff, and I put whipped cream on top. just making the little daily things that you do much better. Almost like how on Instagram everything seems better than what it is, if y'all can still hear me. Like on Instagram where everything seems better. It's okay to romanticize. So I kind of hope y'all get that. If you get what I'm saying, go ahead and leave a comment below, because I feel like I kind of didn't like explain that right. Except for the chopstick thing, I feel like was a really good example. Okay, so another thing that I do is I work out. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, if you know me personally stuff, I love working out. I'm one of those people that actually thoroughly enjoy working out. From the time I start to the time I finish, I love the after effects. I love lifting, all that stuff. I like to try new workout stuff. However, the change, or the small change that kind of changed my life, was instead of it being so focused on losing weight, because I literally don't do that anymore. I don't go in the gym for that. I don't eat a certain way for that, really. Maybe to maintain, but I don't really go in like, yeah, I gotta lose 10 pounds. I ain't stepped on a scale I don't know how long, baby. Body looks amazing. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm a little bloated, but can y'all see? So yeah, like the shift in that, because it can become very, very stressful. You know, when you like, oh, I gotta lose 10 pounds, this and that. Of course you have your goal. I think the best way to do it is, let's see, I had done keto. Keto works best for me. I'm always more lenient toward keto. If I'm not really doing keto, I'm probably eating junk because I'm on my period. If that's not the case, then I'm like doing a kind of like intermittent fasting, where I only eat maybe 1 meal a day. But I don't do that on purpose. That's because my body just don't be allowing me to eat full meals multiple times a day. Like, who eats breakfast? I saw that tweet. I saw a tweet that was like, y'all wake up and y'all eat breakfast? Who does that? Like, so for me, that's not on purpose. I think because I have done keto so long, or done always like a keto diet. I don't know. I feel like my stomach shrunk a little bit. So that's not on purpose. Working out has been a lifesaver. Yeah, work out for your health. Work out because, you know, I had to put my phone on airplane mode because people blowing my shit up and it's really messing up the whole freaking video. Okay. All in all, work out because, I mean, it is good for you, your cardiovascular health. Work out because mentally it's gonna make you feel better. I don't know the downsides of working out. So I would say I shifted my perspective, and instead of being so hell-bent on, I gotta lose weight, why? I do it more for health, more for my mental health and things like that. And just knowing it's gonna pay off physically, whether it's in radiating skin, weight loss, whatever. Overall, working out for my mental health more than it being a vanity thing. A vanity thing was really, really, really helpful for me. Next small change here is power naps. And when I say power naps, y'all, I mean, I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 7 minutes, 9.8 minutes, like power naps. What? Because when you take a nap, I feel like this is science. Am I a scientist? Ooh. I just feel like there's something that happens when you go to sleep that just recalibrates your brain and body and stuff, and that might really be a thing. So yeah, naps have saved me a lot of times where maybe I was recording, something happened, I need to take a nap. Stressed out, I need to take a nap. Power naps are amazing, and I would take more than one a day if I could, and I'm sure I have. Just taking naps. That's taking a nap. Okay, next small change here. Small but powerful change here. Next one is gonna be, ooh, I love this one. Okay, so my favorite thing these days, my favorite saying is to honor yourself, because we are mixed up, full of stuff. We make mistakes, we go through things, we have unpleasant feelings, sometimes we have great feelings, sometimes we have impulsive feelings. You need to honor yourself. So honoring myself and not forcing it to go away. Not exactly feeling like, okay, I have to accept it, I'm angry, just be angry necessarily, but that helped through. So it kind of links with my journaling, where I honor myself, say, you are feeling this way, however, why do you feel this way? Or you are you are amazing, like doing those things. So I just honor myself. If I'm trying to put together something, I feel like I'm crooked. If I'm really trying to do something and it's just not working, I don't, like, I have a schedule, like, oh, record this and record that, do this, do that, all that other stuff. But sometimes if it's not working, sometimes I have to honor myself. Like, I wouldn't want to give out bad content or subpar, be on here like upset and stuff. So I just honor myself, and I don't try to suppress anything or force it to go away or anything per se by saying, I shouldn't feel this way, I shouldn't feel this way, I shouldn't this shouldn't be happening. That's not how I do it. I just honor what I'm feeling or what I need or what I want, and I go from there. Another thing I do is keeping promises to myself. And by doing that, or by saying that, I tell myself I'm going to get something done. I get it done. Again, I honor myself though. So if something happens to happen and I don't get it done, fine. But I'm still going to do my best to keep that promise, or maybe do it tomorrow if I couldn't get something done today. But I don't make a bunch of promises to myself and then not keep them, because then it'll become a habit. And it'll be like, oh, I know I said that. I know I did this. Like promises. Like I have alarms set in my phone for, and I know this is weird, but like if I say take your vitamins at a certain day, or do this at a certain time, or you're supposed to be doing this, or I write down a list of stuff, and I used to write down like 10 things I need to do in a day. But then you feel shitty when you don't hit those marks, or you feel shitty when you keep missing them, or it just becomes a habit of, yeah, you're setting up these little things and these tools in place, but you're also ignoring it, which then you start ignoring other important things. So a big thing for me is really keeping promises to myself. And doing that, I don't overwhelm myself. I pick a few things that need to get done, the most important things, and I do my best to keep a promise to myself. And if I don't, again, I journal about it and I say, you didn't do this, why didn't you do this? And I break it down. I hold myself extremely accountable, even if maybe a life circumstance caused me to not keep that promise. So another thing I do, I pick about 3 to 5 things a day. I would say 3 is a good way to start, but I just kind of, again, honor myself. I do what works for me. So I do put things in my calendar, like in my phone. I try to do like a physical calendar. But what works for me is literally just I have a little book that's like with lined paper on it. It's super cute. And I put the date, and I start off with 3 things, 3 to 5, depending on how important they are. But let's just say I start off with 3 things, 3 most important things. That has changed again, because if I list 10 things, I get overwhelmed, you know, or it's a highly more likely for me to get overwhelmed. Even if I make a list of 10 things, I'll have like my main 3 things. I'll just, I don't know, circle the main 3 things. Like, okay, then I can get these things done because they're not as important, or I'll move them to the next day. So a small change is just writing things down, having a outline for how you want your day to look like. If you could have the best day or the most productive day, or, you know, having things that are going to move you toward whatever you're aiming at, closer to your purpose. So I would say, yeah, picking the 3 most important things of the day and do my best to accomplish those. All right, my next one, this is like, seems simple, and I'm sure this has been in a million self-help books like Jordan Peterson is to make your bed. Small changes. Make your bed. Declutter, period. Like, try to keep your walkways free, making up your bed, because if you're visually seeing hella chaos and hella junk and stuff, it can have an effect on your mental. So that's a big thing for me. I use the Habit app. It's not that things have to be super, super, super tidy, because again, I'm very artistic in my brain and I'm doing stuff all the time. I'm moving around in my mind. I do a lot of stuff, okay? So for me, it's keeping things at least straight, like just little things, just organizing in little ways that you can, like me buying containers to sort out my hair stuff, or make up your bed, or go through your clothes one day and get rid of stuff. So really decluttering or being a little organized. Even if you put all your clothes into a pile, as long as they're like in that corner in a pile, like don't have stuff everywhere. So that's something that I've really done. And again, I've used the app. It's called Habit. It's like the icon looks, I'll put it up, and I haven't used it as much, I'm not gonna lie, but it was a good framework to help me get into the flow of things, because it sends me notifications. But if I'm lazy or I'm not into it because life happens, get a little depressed, anxious, blah blah blah, or you just want to whatever, there are certain things that I make sure I do, as far as the meditating, the journaling, and the making the bed and stuff. It's very important, I'm telling you now, because as I'm filming this video, there's a lot going on, because again, I left my camera somewhere. My bed is not made, and baby, I cannot wait to finish this up, because I need to make my bed and move some of these clothes that are in front of me around, because it's so freaking distracting. Next small thing I did here, reading before bed. I like sci-fi books, I like that kind of stuff. So kind of light things that don't cause me to think, like not my money books, not my investment books, not my Atomic Habits by James Clear book, not none of that. It's like some good stuff. So that's been pretty helpful, because then I can shut things off. I'm not watching TV before I go to bed and all that stuff. Oh, having a whole day just to myself. So what I did was I incorporated a day of the week. This is pretty new, so I'm still trying to tweak it, where like Saturdays are like my day, or just my self-care, like my day, where I go and I do something for myself, dating myself, whether I want to go horseback riding, whether I want to go skydiving, whether it's just taking myself on a movie and a lunch date or just a movie date, something where I can be completely selfish and just do something that I want to do that makes me feel good. So that's been very impactful. That's small but a powerful thing. Just taking that moment. If I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you. Like, that's a day for me. That has been very monumental because, you know, as a parent, as a spouse, as a daughter, all that stuff, you kind of have to worry about this stuff. But no, I take that time to just consult with myself. How do I feel if I want to do that, or I turn off? But really, it's dating myself, going out and figuring out what it is, because I know what I like, but you know, you change as you get older. So just trying different things, new things. Maybe I'll go to the park with some shrooms. You know what I'm saying? Just doing something that I want to do for myself, getting out for me, dating myself. That has been a small change that has been monumental, dating myself. This one is a good one because I have playlists that I listen to. So it is listening to soundscapes. And again, for soundscapes, I do that on the Calm app, or I'll go on YouTube or something and I'll put in like if I'm writing, because again, I told you I write a lot, I'll put something on the TV, or you can put a campfire on your TV and you can hear the sound or whatever. But I use Calm too, and I do that before bed as well too. If you know I'm not in the mood to read, especially if I'm really tired, it's very, 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 very helpful. So yeah, listening to soundscapes or high vibration music. And that you can just go to iTunes and type in like high vibration music and things like that. So that's been very monumental because sometimes I talk a lot, I write a lot. Again, my brain does a lot of different things. So sometimes I don't want to hear nobody talking. I don't want you talking to me. I don't want to hear nothing that you're talking about. I am a person that's big on background noise though when I'm doing stuff. But sometimes I just don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear a kid. I don't want to, I have to deal with that. But I don't even want to hear myself. Okay. Sometimes I don't want to hear it. So soundscapes before bed, especially because I like to listen to cats purring, washing machine. I love like a campfire, bonfire, fire crackling kind of thing. And then high vibrational music, which is really good. I would say, guys, if y'all have like road rage or you gotta be in a car a lot, high vibration music is very, 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 very helpful. Okay, so I think that that's pretty much it because I think a lot of other things y'all know. So I want to say personally what helped me, you know, any other self-help book is gonna be like, make your bed, do this, do that, all that stuff. And I kind of wanted to talk about things that either I didn't really hear or just things that I do personally for people that have tried different things, or maybe you tried meditation but it didn't work. And so I've been through that too. Maybe working out stresses you out, but I just kind of gave you a way to fix that. All in all, we're gonna close this out with some gratitude. And I want to start by saying, if you clicked on this video, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say thank you so much for just viewing, because that gives me some inspiration. I would do it regardless, but it gives me inspiration because that means somebody's watching, somebody's listening. I've looked at my analytics, so I really appreciate that because this is a really safe space for me. This is something that I do to really, really honor myself. So to y'all, I'm gonna say thank you, thank you, thank you. If anybody is having some issues with rearranging your life, don't know where to start, but you know a change needs to be made, I would say use some of these tips, come back and tell me how they work, or let me know what you'll try. Pick up Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's an amazing book. Again, everything is not for everybody. Listen to it through audiobook if that's better for you, but I highly recommend it. Again, if not, just sit and consult with yourself. Do little things day by day. Don't worry about what's going on outside. Oh, also, small changes. I don't compare myself. I have to throw this in there. I stopped comparing myself to other people. Now that was easier said than done because I stopped comparing myself to other people and just became the person I want to be. I work on things that are going to help me be a better person, whether it's what I feel like is beauty physically, whether it's mentally, spiritually. I stopped comparing myself to people. And that means that I'm aware enough that if I am scrolling on TikTok, if I am on Instagram, if I am on Facebook, if I am on any of these social media sites and I start to feel bad about myself, or I start to feel like, dang, how do I get followers here? Or, hey, how do I do this? Hey, I stop. Because we are one of one. There's only one me. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm always operating authentically in myself, I'm gonna be successful. You're gonna be successful. I don't compare myself to people pretty much, but you gotta be self-aware enough to say, hey, that's what I'm doing, or hey, like analytics, going over stuff. It's really trusting yourself. That's a small change too, kind of, I guess. It's just really trusting myself enough to understand I am a one of one. And if I'm constantly tweaking and perfecting me, I don't gotta worry about nobody else. I'm gonna be successful. If you're constantly working on yourself, tweaking, whatever success looks like for y'all, what success looks like for me might be very, very, very different from what y'all look like. But for me, when I'm constantly in my bag of discovering myself and stuff, not worrying about that, not comparing, that has made a huge change. I'm happier too. So yeah, again, gratitude. I thank y'all so much. That might be my little thing for these type of videos. Gratitude. I am grateful just to be able to even do this, to be able to talk to people, because I know what it feels like to feel kind of stuck. So I encourage y'all, don't start. So I'm not telling y'all not to have big dreams and goals, but start small where you can have an influence, where you can change. Make up your bed. You know what I'm saying? Meditate. If you can't use the Calm app, get on YouTube. There's so many tools out here. Fight for yourself. That's a small change, but big too. Fight for you. You know what I'm saying? Stop sleeping on yourself. Stop sleeping on yourself. Stop playing with yourself. Fight for you. So that's it for me. I hope that y'all got some really good stuff out of this. Again, make sure you like, because it helps us grow. And I say us because it's really us. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe. Make sure you turn on that notification bell so that you can get some more of this as content, because we trying new things, we going up. But the most important thing is, no matter what the background is, okay, because I have a lot of different little backgrounds, no matter what the background is, no matter if I'm Vanity with no makeup, dot up, no matter what, the whole thing is to get the message across and transform our lives. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Remember that you create your own narrative. I love you guys. See you later, okay? Bye.